Hey, on this episode of In the Community, we're going to be here at the Hopkinsville Police Department. We're going to see all the many things that they do here at the police department in Hopkinsville. I was a member of the Hopkinsville Citizens Police Academy, which you guys, anybody in Hopkinsville can sign up for. And what you do is you come in and you basically go through the steps of what a police officer goes through. Everything from special task force to K-9 unit, shooting rifles and guns and different things like that that they do on a daily basis. You'll learn all about the safety and the hazards of being a police officer. So I hope you enjoy this episode of In the Community as much as I enjoy making it. Hey, we're outside the police department today, and I'm talking with Officer Kyle Sperling. How you doing today?
How's it going?
Doing good. He actually gave me a warning last week. It's kind of funny. So tell me about the police car. We're here today. We want to know all about what's on, in, and around the police car, because these are Ford
Crown Victorias.
Crown Victorias, but they're not the Ford. This is like a shell, and then basically everything else is cop car.
That's right.
So you tell me a little bit about the lights. Tell me a little bit about the lights.
Okay. The light bars, they have about 3 different lights up on top that spin around. And they've also got mirrors in between each one of them. Alley lights, or what we call alley lights, on the sides. And they're one on the right, one on the left. And it's basically to use, like if you're, of course we call them alley lights because they're used for alleys or houses.
Straight out.
They point straight out, yes. A lot of times we'll use them to say, turn a light on to be able to see the house numbers or whatever. If we're trying to find a house at night, we'll turn the lights on to see the house numbers going up. Then they also have 2 lights up front that are on the front that we call takedown lights, and basically what they're for is to give you more illumination, more lights towards the front of your car. If you're doing something in front of your car, say you're talking to somebody or searching the person or whatever, gives you a little bit more light up front.
So are there different buttons in your car for each one of these?
Yes, total we have 6 sets of buttons. There's 2 for these up top because they're basically 2 sets of lights up top which run in a different pattern. Then you have 1 for each one of the outside ones, and then you have 1 for the ones up front. And then you also have one for your front lights, headlights, to do a flashing pattern, what we call wig-wags. And then they're also connected to our backup lights, which also flash behind us. And basically what it is you want to try to light the car up as best you can so that people, when they're approaching, can see the car, to know to slow down, move over, take whatever action it is needed.
So just as a community service thing, when you see the lights and you're not getting pulled over, the proper thing to do is to slow down and move the shoulder, correct?
That is correct. Okay. That is correct.
Good, I'm good.
That's right. That's right.
I noticed you have your window rolled down. You have bars back here. Of course, this is where the bad guys go. But I didn't notice that all of them had bars. Do they all have bars now?
I'm pretty sure that most of them, if not all of them, do have the bars on the inside of the windows. A lot of times, during the summertime, because we have the cage in the back, a lot of the air conditioner or things like that doesn't always get back to the people in the back. And just because they're, under arrest doesn't mean they don't need to be a little bit cool.
Right.
So we do put the bars over the windows. You can also sit here and you can talk to the person without opening the door if they're aggressive, or you can just let the window down to let a little bit of air back there in it. So that's basically the reason that the bars are there.
Okay.
The camera system is basically digital, and it once you activate one set of the lights, not all of them, but once you activate one set of the lights, then the camera system will come on. Basically, it's set up to come on anytime that I initiate my lights for a traffic stop, or If I'm also out with somebody, I have a microphone that clips on my belt that I can click on. So say I go to the house and I think it's a situation where this needs to be under camera, and I will turn my camera on from my body mic, which is on my belt, like I said.
While driving around with Officer Spurlin, we caught someone doing something a little out of the ordinary, so we decided to pull him over and see what was going on.
He did not come to a complete stop at the stop sign. He did what is normally called a rolling stop or a California-style stop. So we're just going to check his license, make sure his license is okay. We'll make sure he doesn't have any warrants or anything like that. And if so, we're going to probably give him a warning. Make sure he knows to come to a complete stop at the stop sign.
Complete stop is stop 3 seconds and then tow and go?
Yeah, in a general, the car has to come to a complete stop, meaning that the car has to completely rest. I think the 3 second rule is more of a better safe than none than it is anything else. But well, obviously, I mean, we got the MDT, what we call the MDT. It's a mobile data terminal, and basically it's a laptop that's installed in our cars. Has different programs on it. One program that it has on it, it's called Mobile Cop. Basically what that allows me to do is to be able to run license plates, driver's license, allow me to run your name to find out if you're wanted. It'll tell us several different things. It'll also tell us if you have a carry concealed deadly weapon permit, if your licenses are suspended or if they're enforced. It'll tell me the vehicle information, who owns it, if the owner of the vehicle has a valid license. It'll even sometimes tell you if the vehicle has valid insurance on it. But that's the Mobile Cop, like I said, allows us to be able to run tags or run license plates without having to go through our dispatch, which cuts down on a lot of radio traffic, cuts down on a lot of time that it takes to get information back. Then it also has a program that allows us to do what we call e-citation, electronic citation. And basically we can, if I stop you for speeding or whatever, instead of using the paper citations that we used to use, you can use the e-citation, and it's the same thing as a regular paper citation. It's just done on electronic format, and then the printer is hooked up to it to where, if I stop you and stop you for speeding and I write you a citation, I can print out a copy of that citation to give to you right there, so you know basically what you're charged with, when your court date is, things like that, what my name is. We're all basically all the patrol officers are issued the taser. You're fine. They're all issued the taser, which helps us a lot on patrol, dealing with people.
What's it take to get the taser?
You have to get the taser, you have to take a 2-second ride, at least a 2-second ride. Some people take a 5-second, we call it a ride. It's more, you got to take it through the 2-second cycle. And basically what they'll do is they'll hook the probes up to, they have like little clips on them that are connected to the wiring, and they'll hook it to different parts of your clothing, and they will then activate the taser, and it will cycle through for 2 seconds, or if you decide to take the 5 seconds, take the 5 seconds. But for a minimum, you have to go for 2 seconds of being hooked up to the taser and it's cycling. Well, I mean, obviously I've got my sidearm on me, which is a Smith & Wesson M&P 40 caliber. And then I also have a shotgun, which is directly up behind me. It's in a lock. And basically that's for different situations where I'm going into. If I need a little bit more strength or a little bit more spread on it, then I'll use that under different situations. But we have those in the car.
Hey, we're out at the firing range today with the police department here in Hopkinsville, and we're gonna go shoot some guns.
As part of the Hopkinsville Citizens Police Academy, I was invited to go out to their shooting range for a morning full of education on guns, ammunition, and safety.
We'll start off with the pistol. Basically what's going to happen, you'll have 10 rounds. At that point in time, the instructor's going to tell you, go ahead, lock and load. Take, insert the magazine in the weapon, give the tap, make sure it's seated in there. You're going to let the slide go forward, okay? If you have the strength, and the preferred method is to pull it back and let it go. You'll hear them call M4s. They are not M4s. An M4 is basically the same type of weapon, only it has fully automatic capabilities on it, okay? If you're shooting one of mine, it's got what we call a gangster grip on it. Okay, you don't have to use it. You can hold it right up here. Okay. Remington 870. We have one Smith & Wesson 3000 up there. Remington 870, 12 gauge, pump action. There is no semi. The only safety you have is right here on the cover. When you push it over, it locks the bolt back. This is one of the few weapons out there that you can actually fire underwater. It works on a blowback system. It actually works from what they call an open bolt.
And finally, it was our turn to shoot some guns.
Okay, not much experience with a pistol. Go ahead and drop the magazine with this button.
This one right here?
Right here. Very good. We have an empty pistol, and you haven't shot a lot of pistols.
No, sir.
The police officer really didn't believe that I'd only shot in a handgun one time.
I shot my first one last year. Seriously.
Okay. And you keep a straight face when you say it, too.
No, seriously, I did.
Fantastic. Okay, secure the rifle. Grab your magazine, insert it.
Right here?
Exactly right. Straight in, give it a little tap.
Okay.
Very good. And bolt forward with that paddle, just push it in. Perfect. Very good. We want that up in the shoulder pocket. There you go. Now this is a rear peep sight, so you're looking through the circle, keeping the center of the post in the middle of the circle, and then focusing on the target.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead and rotate. Some headshots. There you go. Okay, using this button, magazine. Okay. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead and secure the shotgun. Slide forward, and we're going to load reverse order. Slug, buck, and bird.
What order do they go?
The only fire controls we got is, this is the slide release right here.
Yeah.
The first time you'll have to release that in order to rack the slide back and forward, and this is the fire.
Okay.
Push it to the left to fire.
What order are they in?
You should feel the bird, the buck, and then the slug.
Okay.
slide back. Weapon on safe.
I did.
Fantastic. Good job. One of the most impressive things is that your pattern basically is up and down.
Yeah.
Which means that you're getting an equal amount of daylight on each side of the front sight when you're looking for the rear sight.
Yeah.
That's the toughest thing to do. And once you can get that down, it's fairly easy to level off the top of the sight with the rear sight.
Yeah.
But having this, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Very awesome. And
Being a part of the Citizens Police Academy was an extremely fun and educational time. One night a week for 8 weeks, the police of Hopkinsville ran us through everything that goes on at the police department. We were taken on a tour of the police station. Here's an interrogation room in which people are taken to be asked questions. And yes, that is a two-way mirror on the wall. Next is the command center, which is located in between the police and fire departments. All 911 calls come in right here, and then they are dispatched to the proper departments. Here's Chucky, the drug dog of Hopkinsville, presenting a little demonstration for us.
Liggen, auflegen, auflegen. Blijf, stand. Ja, that's a good man! Ja, that's a good man! Ja, that's a good man! Let's make sense still come on the dog. Step down. Ah, that's a good man! Ah, that's a good boy! That's a good boy! Oh, that's a good man! Oh, that's a good man! That's a good man! Oh, that's a good man! That's a good boy! That's a good boy! That's a good boy! Oh, that's a good boy! Ja, afleggen. Blijf. Blijf. Je blijf. 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 You know he's already bit this guy. He knows he's a bad guy. But I'm giving him the command to stay. Okay? So he should. Okay? Unless Scott hits me. That's a good man! No command was given. He knows to protect me. That's a good man. Suspect stand still. Quit fighting my dog. What's up, John? I'll keep fighting. Good boy. It's a good man. Auflegen. Drop the sleeve. Walk over here. Stop. Chuck. That's equipment orientation right there. He knows I just bit that, and I'm going to bite that again. He forgot about him. That's what we're trying to avoid with the muzzle, is him to be fixated on a piece of equipment. But after he's bit it twice, you know what's going to happen. Come here. Come pet you. Come here, Chuck. Chuck. Come here. Chuck. 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 Good dog. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Hey, dumb it. See, once again, I had that sitting under there way too long, probably. That's a good boy. He worked through it. He worked through that there's odor there, but there's also odor up here. Okay? Does he know where it's at? He has no idea that bag is what's got the odor in. All he knows is that's where it's coming from. It's coming from up there somewhere, and I got to circle it out. Will he stay there? He'll stay there for an extended period of time because he knows that I'm going to feed him the ball, and that's his reward. And when they're trained, they think that this ball is actually the dope and all that kind of stuff, and they have no idea other than they associate praise and ball with that odor. If a ball comes over to you, just don't move. That's a good man. That's a good man. He's almost completely harmless once he has the ball in his mouth.
Inside our meeting room, it was hard to get video of Chucky because every time I bent down, he came over to me and wanted to be petted. Extremely friendly dog, unless otherwise commanded by his owner. The police department wanted to demonstrate a high-threat traffic stop to show us what would go on. Now, this is only a simulation.
142, boyfriend camera. All right, everybody wants to get out. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to see officers come in. Unlock this door, Jack. This door is going to come open. This door is going to come open. All right. He's going to have a gun. He's going to have a gun. I'm going to be on the PA, but I'm also going to have a gun. There's going to be a guy over there, okay? We're going to have every angle that we've got covered, all right? We don't want to walk up to him, so we're going to bring him out to us.
Driver.
Oh.
With your left hand, drop the keys outside the window. Drop it. I want everybody to put their hands on the ceiling. Everybody put your hands in the ceiling. Good.
Now, whenever we get to a point where everybody's here, what we're going to do is we're going to order them out.
Driver, with your left hand, open the door and step out.
Now, when he gets out, he's going to want to do what? Turn
around, face away from me. Do it now.
Now, you've got him in a position where he doesn't know necessarily where I'm at, because that's what I don't want him to do, is to see where we're at. Because we're all hunkered down, you know, like this. All right, we're all like this. That way, if something happens, we got a little bit of cover, okay? These doors aren't going to stop rounds, but they're going to help me.
What I want you to do is walk back to the sound of my voice. Start walking backwards. Stop. I want you to pull your shirt up. Start turning to the left. Turn, 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 turn. Stop.
What did I just do? That's where they usually keep guns, right? In the waistband.
Driver, keep your hands up. Step back to the sound of my voice. Keep walking. Stop. Walk to your right. Step to your right. Stop. Walk back to the sound of my voice. Keep walking. Stop. Go down to one knee. Go down to the other knee. Cross your legs. Now sit back on.
Now, what I've done is put him in an awkward spot. If he has to get up, he's got to do what? All right.
Put both hands behind your back. Palms up.
Now, at this point, there's going to be this officer, probably, more than likely. He's going to come up. You got anything on you? All right, what I need you to do is come up, sit up, come up right here. Now, we don't use people as shields, but I'm going to keep him in front of me in case something happens, and I'm going to walk him back. Now, these guys have still got me covered, all right? Now, I did an initial pat-down search. Where are we going to find guns more of the time? In the waistband. So I checked here because this is where his hands are at, and all around. And then I'm asking questions. How many more people's in the car? How many more people? All right, is there any guns in the car? You don't know if there's any guns in the car? All right, what I need you to do is I need you to step back here. Sir, stop resisting. Now, he's in cuffs. Put him in the back of a car. Now what happens is this officer comes back and we come back right back to it. All right?
Passenger, with your right hand, open up the door. Step out. Face away from me. Step away from the car. Walk back to the sound of my voice. Stop. Lift up your shirt. Start turning to your left. Your other left. Good job. Keep going. Keep going. Stop. Hands in the air. Walk back to the sound of my voice. Stop. Take side steps to your left. Stop. Walk back to the sound of my voice.
Far down. Come back to the way we were just at.
Go down to one knee. Go down to two knees. Cross your legs. Sit back on your legs. Hands behind your back, palms up. Once again, same officer's going to come back. See anything in the car? Anything in the car I need to know about? All right, stand up. Now, he's coming back. I did a quick pat-down search of him. I'll get him back, do a good one. Now, how many's in the car? Is anybody else in the car? Nobody else in the car? You sure? Any guns in the car? Any guns in the car?
I know of.
All right, get back here. Now, it doesn't look like there's any more people in the car, right? But what are we going to do? We use the +1 theory. when we find one person, we automatically assume that there's another. So we're going to challenge the car again. Anybody else in the car, put your hands up. Anybody else in the car, put your hands up. Let us know now if there's anybody else in the car, put your hands up. Now, specific officers are going to say, okay, I got you covered, I got you covered. What we're going to do is we're going to come, more times than not, it's going to be your outside guys, because they can come from a distinct advantage, all right? You can relax, you don't have to hold your hands behind you. Okay, what they'll do is, we'll make some communication. We'll be like, clear. We'll let each other know that we're clear. All right, we kept a low stance. If they come out shooting, I got a low silhouette. All right, now come up here. Now, once we got up here, all we're doing is coming up, peeping up, and going back down. Peeping up and going back down. All right, we'll come back to the trunk. All right, we'll get the keys that are out there. What I'll do is, I don't know my trunk now. There's probably a dead body in there. All right, show them how to do it. One officer get down. Because what's going to happen? They're going to assume that I'm over the top, so I'm going to get down like this. If I can open it. Because if they start shooting, they're going to assume that it's up. So, then the vehicle is clear, okay? There's no other threats in it. Now, come on around here. Does it look like, if you was to look in this car, come up here. If you was to look in this car, what do you see? All right, what are you seeing? See a cell phone, glass of water, some wood grain, magazine. See a gun. Whoa! So what can we do? Can I get that legally? I don't have his consent though. I can get it? Can I get it? He's not under arrest. He's detained.
Yeah, you had a warrant for him, didn't you?
I mean, if it's in plain view, it can become a threat to you, so I can get it. All right? It's been clear. We cleared it earlier. So now, we question, we're like, what, man, what happened with the shooting, yada, yada, yada. This is the gun that was used. All right? So he's placed under arrest, okay? Now, what can I search? Everything?
Plain sight.
I can plain sight?
That's my guess.
Okay, plain sight. All right. He's under arrest.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Okay.
I'm not pretty sure that's why I'm here.
All right, let's go. We don't know exactly if he's involved in the shooting. We find one gun. Okay? We always assume the what? +1. All right? Now, say it's narcotics we're looking for, and I see some narcotics in plain view. Where can I look for narcotics at now? Anywhere I can hide narcotics, right? So where can you hide narcotics in a car? Anywhere. So I can search this whole car. So, but if I was just to, sit down. Oh no, it's all right. If I was to come up here and I was to see that gun, sir, come on, step out of the car for me, please. Turn him away from me, and I'm going to secure him, and then I'm going to get this gun. Now where can I look? Where I can find a gun, right? Now there's some circumstances that keep us from not being able to do some things, but it's all about probable cause, reasonable suspicion. When I see a gun, what is that? That's probable cause. All right? So, but can you see the dangers of any time you walk up to a traffic stop?
On one of our last meeting nights, the Hopkinsville Police Department talked to us about weapons that they had instead of just their guns. For instance, they also have beanbags that are shot out of a shotgun so that it'll neutralize the threat and not badly hurt the offender. Probably the most interesting weapon of all is the taser. The taser neutralizes the threat with little to no recovery time, meaning after the shock is over, the person is fine, unlike a beanbag, mace, or a gunshot wound. If they have to use force, the taser is a preferred choice.
You can't do it. Okay, you ready? You can't overcome it. Ain't no way. Taser, taser, taser. That's one way to put it. You okay? Yeah? All right.
That's about all the time we have on this episode of In the Community. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you have any questions or comments on the Citizens Police Academy or Crime Stoppers or anything like that, just email us and let us know. And we'll see you again next time.